Hi, William. I'm Rudy. I'm math faculty from MJC, and I've been assigned to do your peer review. So, as I was taking a look at your actual liquid syllabus, I actually like it. I like the fact that you have these pictures, and those pictures are really bright. Same idea on the pictures that you have here. It brings to light the idea that, well, your students are going to be mixing chemicals. In terms of the content for the assignment, I see basically that you've added the pact. All requirements for the assignment have been actually taken into account. The expectations from your students, and then the expectations that you're gonna have as an instructor. I also see the teaching philosophy and other parts of the assignment that we had to complete. I think everything's great. It's clear. The only recommendation that I would have in terms of content, it's here. So let me see. Okay, so it's actually here. So you do mention in here that you're gonna be using the OpenStax. I would suggest to put the link to the book there. And I'm not sure, this is just a preference, but what I'm guessing is that your students at some point may have access to the liquid syllabus, and it may be easier for them to reach it here. I know you do have it at the bottom. So being at the bottom, it's great. The link works as well. But if you were to include it here, it would also provide another chance for your students to actually quickly access the textbook without having to scroll all the way to the bottom. Another thing that if I was a student, I wouldn't be clear. Since you mentioned the textbook here, is there any other cost associated? Because to me, if I were to read this prior to your class start, it would seem like it's basically a free textbook. But if there is another cost associated, I would just mention it there. That they're gonna have to purchase the software, or no other software is needed. I'm just thinking that it may go there because you're mentioning the textbook. Now, in terms of the layout of your page, I do have one recommendation. Um, as we're looking at the page, I'm thinking like if I was a first generation student coming in into a chemistry class, I'm thinking that your pictures are great. I see your picture there. I would say maybe if you have a picture where you're smiling, that may be better. But if not, that picture is actually okay. I like the what you put out here. It makes it a little bit approachable. But one thing that I see that may be in terms of improvement for your students is maybe add one picture where there's more students on the background, like a sense of community. Um, I'm thinking about it this way. Look at this picture; it's empty. I know that that's the link for the meetings, but if you were to have students on the background, that may create a more friendlier environment. I do see a picture that you have here that has students, but if you look at this picture, it's black and white. So it may be a little bit intimidating, especially if I was a student that is coming in as a first generation and I've never had experience anything online. What I would recommend is maybe put a background picture, maybe like at the top where there's students on the background. I just did a Google search to see what I would find, and I actually found more pictures on the Commons website for chemistry than for math. So there is plenty of pictures that you could look at in terms of having some sort of sense of community. Like if you were to look at this picture, you see students on the background working. I think that that minor touch here, perhaps on the background, may help your actual page make it more approachable, more friendly towards students. But that's pretty much all I found. And well, thank you for the chance of taking a look at your page.